Hey everyone, welcome to Your Local Flavors. This week we're going to visit two of the Valley's favorite locally owned and operated restaurants, and you're in for a treat. Because today we're heading to Raymondville, the gateway of the Valley. We found a pit master who's grilling up some pretty incredible barbecue, while his sister knows how to prepare a perfect side. For our cooking segment, we're hitting up Sombrero Fest to learn from a team of divas how to make a winning pot of chara beans. Finally, we visit a 22-year-old establishment that has waterfront dining and some delicious food inspired by its owner straight from Philadelphia. So grab your fork, hold on to your napkin, and get your taste buds ready, because Your Local Flavors is next. This sound will get your taste buds watering. It means that the brisket is hot off the grill. Located off of I-69 in Raymondville, you'll find a family-run barbecue joint that brings in loyal customers daily. The pit's hot and they're grilling up some amazing meats here at Tucker's Barbecue in Raymondville, Texas. We're gonna see how our brother and sister team built this great barbecue joint that's serving up amazing food that is nowhere but in South Texas.
This place is consistently good. You never have a bad meal. Their broccoli slaw is out of this world, to die for. Their chicken, moist, tasty, delicious.
Right.
They are wonderful people, great chefs. You just can't have better barbecue food.
I'm having their ribs, and they're absolutely delicious. Best ribs I've ever had.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Why? Tell me a
Absolutely.
little bit more. You gotta ad-lib a little bit.
Oh gosh, I mean, I'm telling you, the meat is real tender. It's
Okay.
cooked just perfect. I mean, absolutely delicious.
they're huge, right? 'Cause
And
a
they're
lot of
big,
times you get
yeah.
these little bitty
Tiny
ribs.
little rib. No, these are big ribs.
JR and his sister Sissy first started up Tucker's Barbecue in Lyford, Texas, where their family has called home for generations.
I'm only good at 3 things.
Cooking,
So,
fishing, and hunting.
That's it. But we did it
Right.
all our lives, you know. Every weekend it was
Yeah.
we'd kill a hog or something like that, and everybody come over, and I mean,
Right.
it's just kind of what we did.
Right.
So I was like, I can do this every day.
Being at our mom's, and he
Right.
said, you know, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this, and I can't really think of anyone that I'd rather do it with.
Right.
You know, would you be interested in coming on
That's
board?
awesome.
And so the next week, I think I put in my 2 weeks notice. I was
Just like that, you were
just like that.
But after 7 years in Lyford, the city of Raymondville came and asked them to move up the road, so they jumped at the opportunity.
Because we knew it was the gateway
Right.
to the valley, and so we thought, well, if we could get close to traffic, that'd be wonderful. Because we were very hidden in Lyford.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
We were.
If you didn't have business in Lyford or on Business 77, I mean, you'd never know we were there.
Yeah.
Right. So they closed their Lyford location and spent 7 months building their newest restaurant. And except for the foundation, they built everything themselves.
The red iron, the walls, everything was done by
Everything you see in here, everything, all
Right.
the woodwork,
Right.
the barn doors.
everything.
Everything,
was
yeah.
my brother-in-law and my 2 cooks.
And it wasn't just the building that was built by the crew of 4.
Those pits are great though, because I mean, they just
Right.
they do. all
And
the
they're
work,
custom-made
you know?
pits.
Yeah.
They made
We made
those
them. We made those
from
pits too.
scratch as well.
Yeah.
And I was gonna say that.
Yeah.
So everything here is you guys
Everything
make
made.
everything from
Right,
scratch, whether
right.
they're talking about the food or whether they're talking about the building of the
Right.
pits.
From
everything
the
is
tea
made
to the
from here.
pits.
By 5 a.m. every morning, but Sundays, you'll find JR and his brother-in-law Mike, Sissy's husband and pitmaster, preparing the day's meats.
Sting briskets, smoking them for a few hours.
Right.
Then we do our thing.
Right.
We can't
That's right.
divulge.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Not divulge.
Yeah,
Okay, right.
I know, and then everything just kind of falls into place after that. Everything comes off at certain times, and
Right.
checks and sprays and
Right,
bastes. We've got the brisket, pork spare ribs,
Okay.
sausage,
Sausage,
chicken. We do like the big loaded potato. We
Right.
do big salads. We do
We have
excellent
some-
burgers.
Yeah, oh, the burgers.
Tuesdays, Thursdays, we do
We
the pork
feature.
loin.
Okay.
We fry fish on Fridays.
Every Friday.
Every Friday. We used to just do it during Lent,
Right.
but I mean, it was
It was so
Quite
popular.
Yeah,
popular
yeah,
as
everyone's
man.
like, fried fish.
Yeah, we're like, we
Right.
can do it every Friday.
And in the kitchen, Sissy is whipping up her own made-from-scratch broccoli slaw, a recipe she learned from her aunt but tweaked over the years. Its key ingredient, a secret sauce.
The secret to this broccoli slaw is our in-house dressing. So we have a house dressing that we make here every morning.
Okay.
And this is our Tucker's house dressing. Ooh. So I won't tell you what's in it, but it has a whole lot of love.
Right. That's the secret, guys. It's got love. So then it was time for the taste test.
Okay, and there you go.
All right, cool. All right, guys. So I'm gonna admit that I'm not a big broccoli fan, but this looks amazing. So I'm gonna try it. Okay, you know what? After the camera stops, you're gonna need to tell me the secret recipe of this sauce. This is amazing, folks. You gotta have it. This is really good. And while we were in the kitchen, they showed us another popular item on the menu, the BMF. Okay, JR. You gotta tell me about this big bad boy. What is it?
All right, it's double meat, double cheese, grilled onions, grilled jalapenos, bacon, lettuce, tomato, pickles. You can put chopped brisket. This one has chopped brisket.
Okay.
And grilled buns. I mean, everything.
I know you guys call it the BMF.
Yeah.
But what is BMF?
That's a bad.
As for the name Tucker's, Sissy and JR named it after their dad, a nickname he had to distinguish him from all the other Rudies in Willacy County. And the slogan comes straight from their dad.
Nowhere but in South Texas.
Yeah.
He used to say there's no place in the world that you can fish in the morning, hunt in the afternoon, go play golf, you know? Yeah. So.
Barbecue. So whether you're stopping in for a meal or picking up food on your way out of town, you gotta stop by Tucker's Barbecue in Raymondville, Texas. Trust me, your taste buds will thank you for it. Welcome back to Your Local Flavors. We're here at Sombrero Fest 2018, and we're going to take you outside today for our cooking segment. We're going to show you how to make a championship bowl of beans, so let's go meet the team and get started. The clock has started, and the Divalicious team is busy putting together their winning bean recipe. Amber Medina, the founder of the championship team, told us a little bit of history behind Divalicious.
Well, we started 6 years ago, and we were a co-ed group to begin with. Okay. And then we loved cooking, and so we started coming, and then we realized, hey, wait, all the ladies are doing the work. Why don't we form a girl team?
You got rid of the slackers?
We kicked them out. They were slacking too much, so then we started Divalicious.
Okay, perfect. Now tell me about the recipe. How did the recipe come to be?
So when we started, we would practice. So we'd have practice runs. Okay. And then all of the ladies are cooks at their own right. So we would all give a little tips, or we would say, we like this, we don't like that, and then we would make it perfect, and then that's how it would.
So this is kind of a hybrid recipe.
Yes.
Everybody kind of pitched in, and you came up with this championship recipe. Completely.
It was a group effort between all members.
Back under the big tent, we get a look at all the ingredients that go into making a perfect pot of charro beans. So talk to me a little bit about what goes into your beans and why it makes it so special. Obviously it's the ingredients. First thing to do, you gotta soak the beans.
When we pre-soak, we need to make sure that there's no rocks in the beans. So we start looking for those ugly beans, like for example this black one, so get rid of them and make sure everything's clean before we soak them. That way no one will have a piece of broken a rock or a piece of broken bean in there. We soak them for about an hour, and then usually it's supposed to be 3 or 4, but since we are on a time crunch, it'll be about an hour that we do the soaking.
While the beans soak and boil, there is a lot to be done. So here are some things to know.
The next ingredient that we use is garlic. Garlic is my personal favorite. You can never go wrong with garlic. Onion makes everything taste good, so the more
gives it
onion,
that
the better.
flavor.
Yes, of course.
On top of the onion breath, but
Yes.
but you won't even taste it,
The
right?
bacon will cut it.
Right, it'll cut it. All right, cool, awesome.
We use jalapeno peppers to put into our bean recipe. The reason why we choose it is because it's less spicy than other jalapenos that are out there. But for those people that really like, the more spicier jalapeno, they can use serrano, or they can throw in anything that's a little bit more spicy. But we like to go with the jalapeno because a lot of people don't like it, and it just gives it enough kick to be able to eat it comfortably. You just want to cut it big to take it out in case you don't want to bite into it. You can do that. Or if you like it and you enjoy it, you can cut it into small pieces and you'll be able to eat it with the beans, and it'll give it that good kick no matter what. Is that you never know how spicy these jalapenos are going to be. It's like a surprise every time. And so you want to be able to gauge it. You want to start out small and then keep on adding a little bit, because if not, you're going to end up messing up your recipe and you won't be able to eat it because it's going to be too spicy.
Cilantro is always a must for flavor and to garnish the beans. But most importantly, you need a healthy serving of bacon in your beans.
It's just the bacon, and it should be fatty bacon.
We didn't even know the sun.
Fatty bacon.
Yeah, so you can
Nice. So 2 packages goes into your beans.
Keep going until
Then, after everything cooks for several hours, it's time for a taste test. Oh yeah, an amazing cup of beans. And the crowd seems to think so too. So if you want to please your own crowd, here's a great bean recipe you need to try. Brownsville's Rosacas are beautiful and unique to our area. And that's exactly what the owner of Cobbleheads, Mr. Joe Kenny, wanted for his customers, to overlook the water and enjoy his food. Welcome to Cobbleheads Bar and Grill. Okay everyone, I'm sitting here with Joe Kenny, the owner of Cobbleheads in Brownsville, Texas, the original Philly kid, as everybody knows you here in Brownsville. How did you end up in Brownsville, Texas, Joe?
Like most outsiders or Yankees, the beautiful woman, my wife.
Beautiful Mexican woman.
Yeah, so you better believe it. My wife brought me here over 30-some years ago.
I was going to say, when did you move down to Brownsville?
Oh, it was in '82, I believe.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And it's a good thing he stayed because everyone loves him and his food. Oh, you're a local here. Tell me why you love coming to Cobbleheads.
Well, the main thing I like about Cobbleheads, first and foremost, is how much they give back to the community.
Okay.
Since the first time I moved to Brownsville, I've always noticed how involved the owner, Joe Kenny, is.
Right.
And so I always put my money locally. The tortilla soup is the best in town.
Right.
So I always get that and this, and I love it, and I'm always enjoy coming here. Great atmosphere and great people.
The atmosphere, the crowd, and you can hear each other, and the fish tacos were one of them.
The atmosphere, and as you can see, we live in a nice community, and also the owners here are just wonderful community members. And
Joe's a great guy.
Joe, they do great things for our community, but the food is just terrific.
It's been 30 years since Joe showed up in Brownsville.
So I just loved Brownsville, its people, and the safe place to grow up, a wonderful family.
No, absolutely.
I mean, the most beautiful beach, I think, in the country, and maybe the world. We had so much to do down here. It was such a hidden secret.
And he always knew he wanted to bring a bit of his hometown Philly to Brownsville.
Oh, I grew up in Philly. I grew up a block away from the famous Pat Steaks that invented it.
Right.
In the Italian market. So when I got here, I let my father-in-law taste it, but I used fajita first. We chopped it up real fine and added them onions and cheese and put it on a roll. And he fell in love with it. And he says, man, you might be able to sell that down here.
Besides the food, there's a piece of Philly and Joe's childhood all over the restaurant.
Facade out front is, if you look at it, is a trolley.
It's a trolley, right.
And then coming in the door, there's a cobblestone street.
Right.
So we wanted to make it, you got the trolley dropping you off, then you come into the city, which is the brownstones, my father, my grandmother looking out and checking on us kids. We got the Italian market in South Philly where I grew up. At 9th and Wharton, that's where the cheesesteak was originated. The Pat Steaks, and across the street was the famous Geno's.
And Joe says he named it Cobbleheads to honor his dad.
Well, when he was a young boy, right about this age, hop trolleys, that's how you got around the city. And he got his foot stuck in a bumper, went down the cobblestone street and
dragging it.
Yeah, and his friends went up there, he was dead, and they looked, he smiled, and they said, my God, your head's hard as a brick. You're hard as them cobblestone streets. You're a cobblehead.
So we headed to the kitchen to try out a few of the many variations of the Philly cheesesteaks on the menu.
We have the Texas one, that has barbecue sauce, the Chicano cheesesteak and the jalapenos. We do a steak hoagie. It's a cheesesteak with lettuce and tomato in it.
Right.
Then we have the original, then another favorite's the pepper steak, which has provolone cheese and peppers and grilled peppers and onions on it.
Baby, making me hungry, Joe. I need to try this bad boy. Can I taste this?
Please.
All right, here we go. All right, guys, the original Philly cheesesteak. Oh, man.
You're right back in Philly now.
Never been. This takes me there. The Philly pepper steak. Here we go. Wow. So I only got to try two of the seven Philly cheesesteaks here at Cobbleheads. You gotta come try the rest, guys. You're not gonna be disappointed. This is authentic stuff from Philly. And he adds some pretty amazing sides to his Philly cheesesteaks.
Well, you got our famous Philly cheesesteak.
I love it.
And we married it today for a special treat with our famous red tortilla soup. That people love it all over the world.
I was gonna say, this is the famous red tortilla soup.
Yes, yes. And when you get your Philly, you can have coleslaw, potato salad, or French fries. And if you want to add a few more calories, we can add smothered fries with cheese.
Does this look like I need to add some more calories to my plate?
No, you got plenty of room left.
Another popular thing on his menu, his shareable plates.
Brownsville's a place where families and friends love to gather, so it involved our menu into shareables for our folks at business meetings and whatnot, families coming to meet together. And we created one with our best appetizers. And this is tacos de pastor, tacos de beefsteak, stuffed mushrooms with crab meat, stuffed jalapenos, and our famous cobble cigars.
And of course, there's always some healthier options too.
Also have delicious salads here. Like I like the fajita salad, and then also they have an Oriental chicken salad, which is really tasty.
And remember the resaccas we first talked about? Well, at Cobbleheads, you can enjoy your meal outside with a view.
People love to sit outside.
Right. No,
and then sit outside on the water.
Right.
Is a very big plus. We use it for kayak races a couple times a year.
Right, for Sombrero Fest.
Yeah,
right.
We have a lot of events out here.
Right.
A German fest we've had out here.
During the summers, he'll have blues on the bar.
Right.
So he gets a lot of the local entertainment, promotes our local musicians here, and they're always welcome here at Cobbleheads.
Cobbleheads sure has changed since it opened 22 years ago, but they're always serving up great food, great fun, and always a beautiful view. So next time you're in Brownsville, Texas, you got to stop by Cobbleheads. And make sure you tell them you heard it on Your Local Flavors. Hi everyone, welcome back. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Your Local Flavors, where we feature 2 of your locally owned and operated restaurants here in the Rio Grande Valley. Make sure you find the chef's recipe online at yourlocalflavors.com. We'd love to get your feedback and restaurant suggestions, so make sure you hit us up on all our media platforms and let us know what you think. Until then, have a great week, and we'll see you next Sunday morning at 10:30 for Your Local Flavors.